bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful.
Here we are at the Mangaturuturu hut. It is the following morning. So I had that beautiful walk in. It's not as nice a day today. It's a bit overcast. So it's going to be a little cooler and not quite so sunny and vibrant. But yeah, it should still be a good day. I don't think it's going to rain. We're going to head up the valley and probably set camp up there somewhere. And I'm going to show you some of the sort of gorgeous waterfalls and things up there before we head on out on early Sunday morning. So I thought I'd just talk to you guys about my sleep system. I always sleep under a tarp. I'm carrying 2 tarps with me on this trip. I've got a really small Cedar Summit tarp, which is 200 grams, and I've got another sill nylon tarp that I bought on AliExpress, and that's just over 400 grams. I really like the Cedar Summit one. I wish it was a tiny bit bigger and didn't have a seam down it, but it's still a good tarp. So the other part of my sleep system is this Sol Bivy. It's one they call the reusable one, but to be honest, a lot of them are just reusable, so don't be afraid to get them as sort of a piece of your equipment that you're going to use regularly on your tramps. And they breathe really well, and they do a pretty good job of keeping water off, but obviously I use mine in conjunction with a tarp. I don't just use it by itself. And here is my brand new sleeping bag. This is the Cocoon -8. It's got the hydrophobic down and stuff in it. It is about 700 grams. Specs will be just here on the sleeping bag, and I got it because it's lighter, packs down smaller, and in theory it's warmer. I have actually brought my other sleeping bag on the hike because it takes me a little bit of time to just build up some confidence in my gear. Obviously a piece of equipment like this is really important. It's a piece of equipment that is going to keep you alive, so it has to work. I'll show you my other bag. This is my Travel Light 560 by Mountain Designs. I don't know if they make it anymore. It's a really good bag. I got it on sale. It was like $180, so total bargain. To get something that has similar specs to this now, you can be spending huge money. So this is the comfort rating's good for -3, and this weighs about 1200 grams. Specs will be here. And I've had this for ages. Slept down in this hut when the awning was open, and we slept on the deck, and it snowed, and the temperature got down to -3, and using my setup as I normally do, yeah, it was did a good job. I always sleep with some thermals on and a thermal jacket or a down jacket or whatever I'm carrying at the time as my kind of part of my sleep system and part of my sort of safety gear for staying warm. And yeah, it's done a good job, and I got a huge amount of confidence in it, which is why I brought it on this trip. It's just there as a bit of security until I get totally confident with my new One Planet Cocoon. Oh, 2 really important parts of my sleep system that I forgot to mention are this, which is my X-Ped sleeping mat. It's about 400 grams, and it's I think it's got an R rating of 3, but specs will be here. And the other thing is my Cedar Summit Aero Pillow. This is the small one. It's 50 grams. There's not really any point getting the big one because it's not any deeper. It's just wider and it's going to take up more space, it's going to be heavier. So yeah, I got the 50 gram one. Specs will be here. And for me, a pillow is absolutely essential to a good night's sleep. I mean, obviously you can, roll your clothes up or your puffer jacket up or whatever and jam it under your head. And my Travel Light 560's got a really nice pocket where you can slip things in, but I tend to stick my pillow in there. The problem that I've found with using like rolled up clothes and stuff is sometimes you get it absolutely bang on and works perfectly as a pillow. You get a really nice sleep, but other times you just can't seem to get it set up. Or the other thing is you'll get it set up really well and it'll be a great pillow and you'll be like happy as Larry, and then you wake up in the middle of the night and it's not working and you can't get it organised, and then you end up with not having a good sleep. So I can't recommend highly enough getting a pillow, especially if you're like me and you really need a pillow. Then yep, it's a good one. Well, here we are, all booted up and ready to go, and head up the valley and find ourselves a camping ground and hopefully show you guys some great scenic shots. Oh, she's steep. She's pretty steep, boy. So there's a bit of an open bit here, and it's got snow in it. It's quite freaky. Feels really damp in here too. So yeah, it's going to be a test of my bag tonight. Should be pretty cold. I'm going to be on the tree line, but only just. So elevation's going to be pretty high. It definitely could be really cold tonight. It's been a bit overcast, so that'll probably keep a bit of the day's heat in, but yeah, it should be proper cold and a bit damp. So yeah, look, serious faces. My wife would say, "Oh, look, serious face." But should be good. That's the point. Go and take it somewhere hard and test it, and yeah, see how it goes. Check out this crazy gorgeous view. I saw a good spot in there, like maybe, I don't know, like 30 metres back or something. Tiny little flat spot on the track, and probably shouldn't camp on the track, but I don't think I'm going to inconvenience anyone. It's not like someone's going to come down and I'm going to be in their way or anything. I doubt anyone's going to come through here now. Yeah. How's that serenity? Yep, she's pretty beauty, mate. Oh, Bonza, bloody beauty. Hey peeps. So I've got my fly set up. This is my Cedar Summit one. It only weighs a couple 100 grams. I know it's really good for these sort of situations where you're in a really tiny little spot. Yeah, I don't think I could have pitched my other one in here actually. I didn't even think about using it, to be honest. I just thought this would be, I like this fly quite a lot. I've got it pitched really in a steep A-frame so that the sides are almost to the ground. So there's minimal airflow coming in. Well, when I say minimal, you don't want to like stop the airflow, because if you've got no airflow through your fly, that's when you start to build up lots of condensation and you get dripped on and stuff. So you want to avoid that. So yeah, probably the next time I see you guys will be in the morning, unless there's some kind of disaster in the middle of the night. Yeah, that's all she wrote. So see you then. Hey, so it's about 2:30 in the morning. It's weather's good. It hasn't been windy or anything like that. Being an old man, I have to get up and go to the bathroom again. It's boring. But I hope that's not too much information. Anyway, seeing as I've got to get up anyway, I thought I would swap these sleeping bags over. I've been using my new bag, the Cocoon, -8 by One Planet. Seems pretty good. I mean,
quite cold, but been reasonably warm. There's a little bit of condensation build up in the sole bivvy. It's one of the issues you have with bivvy bags is they build up a bit of condensation. It's not too surprising. Anyway, so I'm going to take the opportunity to switch over back to my travel light and ride out the rest of the night in that. And it'll just give me a bit of an idea. I don't think it's particularly cold, so we're not really pushing the limits by either of the bags. It'll be interesting to see. I think one of the things about the Cocoon that kind of makes it seem like maybe it isn't that good is you get all these like little weird cold spots. So if any of your body parts are pushing into the sleeping bag quite hard, you get like a funny little cold spot. And I guess it's probably because the down's getting compressed there, so it can't do its job. So it's possibly, it could be because I'm using a bivvy bag and it's just getting pushed up against the side of the bivvy bag, and so it's not working as well as it could. Oh man, I'm waffling as I've been talking for 2 minutes. Anyway, alright, I'm going to swap over to the other one. Right. Well, morning peeps. Made it through the night, and it was pretty good. This is going well. Hasn't really got any condensation on it, but I think that's because most of the condensation is in here. That horrible wetness that you... Well, I spent the rest of the night in my Mountain Design travel light, which has only got a comfort rating, or the bottom end of the comfort rating is -3. I think I also mentioned like some cold spots and stuff that I was experiencing with this. Well, I experienced them with the travel light as well. When your knees and your backside are pushing hard against the sides of the sleeping bag and they're pushing up against the bivvy, creating thin spots, you're going to get cold spots. The moment you've all been waiting for, the verdict on whether the Cocoon -8 by 1 planet is actually any good. Now, the reasons I bought this is because it was very reasonably priced, very inexpensive compared to other similar bags. This bag is much lighter than my old bag. It packs down considerably smaller than my old bag, and I was hoping that it was warmer. Wow, how did it go? Well, yeah, it packs down smaller. It is definitely much lighter. But the important thing is it warm? And the answer is yes, of course it's warm. It's got a comfort rating of -8 instead of -3. So yes, last night this performed extremely well. I was borderline sweaty in this. So the bivvy got a bit of moisture and stuff in it. When I swapped to my travel light, I was far from toasty warm. I wasn't cold, and it was fine, but yeah, I was definitely a lot warmer on this. Cool. So yeah, is this reasonably priced for its performance? I would say yeah. I would say it's very reasonably priced for the performance. It would be interesting, of course, to compare it to, you know, $1,000 bag that has similar specs to this and see how it fares there. But yeah, I mean, if you've got an old bag and you want a better bag and you want a smaller bag and a lighter bag and a warmer bag than whatever you've currently got, then yeah, it's a good bag. Choice. Thanks, 1 Planet. Good bag, mate. Good bag.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time to see.